may be seated. I would just like to introduce our platform party here this morning. So starting on my left-hand side, we have Dr. Michelle Glacken, Registrar and Vice President of Students, Teaching and Learning, Una Parsons, Head of College, Sligo and Head of Faculty of Engineering and Design, Dr. Ora Flynn, President of the ATU, Dr. Billy Bennett, Vice President for Academic Affairs and Registrar. And we also have Dr. Xavier Villet, Head of Department of Mechanical and Manufacturing Engineering, David Mulligan, Head of Department of Mechatronic Engineering, and Trevor McSharry, Head of Department of Civil Engineering and Construction. Iram Una Parsons ceann cláiste chun searmus bronta a oscailt. I now call on Una Parsons, Head of College, Sligo, to open the conferring ceremony.
Raibh Céimi, a gcuine úsla, go fáilte romh go léir go dtí an ócáid speisialta seo. Fáilte go Ollscoil Technoleachta an Atlantic. President, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, and graduates, soon to be graduates, it's such a pleasure and honour for me, on behalf of the governing body and the university staff, to welcome you to this graduation ceremony. My name is Una Parsons. I'm the Head of College of ATU Sligo and also the Head of Faculty of Engineering and Design. I congratulate each and every one of you of reaching this important milestone in your career. I want to welcome you, your families, and your friends, both here present in the arena and online, to this graduation ceremony of the Sligo College. I know many of you have come from far and wide, and some of you are on our campus for the first time, as some of you study online with us. Due to our increased scale as a university, May and November are now our graduation months. We started in May this year with a combined cross-ATU conferring that represented all campuses. It was hosted in Galway and 450 students graduated. We continued in Donegal last week and this week are here in Sligo. Over the next few weeks, we will have ceremonies for graduates from our Mayo, Connemara and Galway campuses. In total, just over 5,000 graduates will be conferred from our 9 campuses this year. And for the first time, we will have ATU St. Angela's students graduating. I can remember when I was an undergraduate student, I first heard the term, "The world is your oyster." And I've loved it ever since. It has guided me along my career journey over the years. Where did this phrase come from? It was created by William Shakespeare and first published in his play, The Merry Wives of Windsor, in 1602. It means you can do anything you wish for, or go anywhere you want in your life because you have the ability to do so. This phrase is never truer than the day you graduate from college, and it is so appropriate as you graduate from ATU Sligo, as Sligo translates in Irish to Sligoch, meaning abounding in shells. So your oyster journey starts in this county of shells. You have spent years preparing for this day. No doubt there were lots of stress, tears, and sacrifices you've had to make to get to this point. And now you're faced with a choice of which road you're going to take next. The world is full of opportunities, you just have to take them. You determine your own success. And what does success look like for you? What does your pearl look like? Is it finding your dream job? Is it getting a promotion? Is it making a lot of money so you can travel and see the world? Or is it making a difference in the lives of family members or in the community? Whatever that pearl looks like for you, remember with the parchment you receive today that you can achieve anything you set your mind to. You walked in here today as graduates, and you will walk out as graduates from Atlantic Technological University. I want to now acknowledge some of the highlights of staff and students in the Department of Civil Engineering and Construction, the Department of Mechatronic Engineering, and the Department of Mechanical and Manufacturing Engineering. At this conferring today, we have the first set of graduates from our Mechatronic Systems Engineering Work-Based Learning programme. And this year we submitted the first all-female team for the Chartered Institute of Building Student Challenge and came third overall, which was a great achievement and promoted females in STEM. In addition, we won the Irish Construction Excellence Awards for the last 2 years in a row. More recently, for the postgrad certificate in mechanical and electrical quantity surveying that we deliver in partnership with the Society of Chartered Surveyors of Ireland. We have built on our partnership with SCSI to create online part-time offerings, and this year launched a Bachelor of Science Property Services and Facility Management programme and a Bachelor of Science Honours in Facilities and Building Services Management. We are delighted that we are the national coordinating provider for Ireland's new civil engineering professional apprenticeship. In collaboration with the Industry Consortium, the Higher Certificate and the Bachelor of Engineering and Civil Engineering apprenticeships were recently launched by Minister Simon Harris, and already we are seeing a huge demand from industry. We have continued to strengthen our international relationships with Kempten University and Esslingen University in Germany, where our engineering students and academics engage in Erasmus exchanges that include visiting companies such as Porsche and Mercedes. Recently, our faculty organised the ATU iDays competition that had 93 students across many disciplines and campuses compete to develop health innovation solutions. The winning team were students Dara Hessian and Jack Murphy, and we wish them luck as they travel to Barcelona later this month to represent ATU in the European final, which will host teams from 24 universities across Europe. This year, we have recruited more than 1,400 global participants on the Lean Sigma Quality White Belt, MOOC, which is a massive open online course. And this is now in its 10th year, where over that period we have trained over 20,000 people worldwide. Our research continues to grow with our involvement with the ATU postgraduate training and research centres, supporting training of over 15 postgraduate students and supervision and management of over 40 PhD students. The work of these staff and students continue to bring in tens of millions of funding from the EU and Science Foundation Ireland, among other sources, and is central to achieving the Sustainable Development Goals. The university continues to invest in the faculties, and just last week we completed a fabulous new €19 million extension that hopefully you've seen on your way in just on the right-hand side. That will provide new classrooms, laboratories and office spaces to meet the continued demand of faculty programmes, research and development. The initiatives I refer to are only possible with the support of professional and committed staff. And I want to acknowledge the staff in the Faculty of Engineering and Design for your commitment and dedication to your students and to the university. And in particular, a special thanks to Heads of Department Trevor McSharry, Dr. Salim Garbia, Dr. David Mulligan, and Dr. Xavier Valet. Graduates and alumni frequently tell us that what makes ATU unique is the staff-student experience. We love hearing that, and because that is the message we too believe, and we will work hard to ensure that ATU also develops a reputation as a student-centred organisation. Finally, graduates, congratulations once again on your achievements, and be proud of this special day. I really wish you have a most enjoyable day. The world is your oyster, go find your pearl.
Anish Iram an Dr. Orlan ní Leon, Uachtarán, Ollscoil Technoliachta an Atlantic, Gradam a Bhrona le Fogla Mary a Bhronan, Ollscoil Technoliachta an Atlantic, chun a crutha sin. Agus Iram an Dr. Liam ó Benéid, Las Uachtarán, Gnóthaí, Acadúla agus Clarahor, na hiarrthóirí a chur I láthair. I now call on Dr. Orla Flynn, President of the Atlantic Technological University, to confer awards on the learners presented by the Atlantic Technological University for that purpose. And I ask Dr. Billy Bennett, Vice President of Academic Affairs and Registrar, to present the candidates.
De bhua an údarás atá díolsithe in Ollscoil Technoliaachta an Atlantic. Bronnam leis a doctaní ar na fallamóirí a bhaintamach an chaidán don na doctaní sin, agus irim go gcuirfar na fallamóirí sin I láthair cuam, chun go mroinnig mé a bar chéime orthu go farmiúil. By virtue of the authority vested in Atlantic Technological University, I hereby confer awards on the learners who have achieved the standard determined for those awards, and I ask that those learners be presented to me so that I may formally present them with their parchment.
Uachtarán, chur mé láthair chuait na hiarrthóirí seo a leanas a bhfuil a dorthaí scrúdathe dleachta agus de bhachtaní ag le bhéle 6, 7, 8, 9 agus 10 den chreach náisiúnta ciallaíochtaí a bheith ceadathe ag comhairle acadúil Ollscoil Technoliacht an Atlantic. President, I present to you the following candidates whose examination results have been adopted and awards at levels 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10 of the National Framework of Qualifications have been approved by the Atlantic Technological University Academic Council.
I call on Dr. Brian McCann from the Department of Civil Engineering and Construction to present the candidates from this department.
Welcome everyone. The Higher Certificate in Science and Property Services and Facilities Management. And the first candidate, Monica Barron. No, in absentia. Malcolm Brown. In absentia. Mary Butler. In absentia. Jessica Camphor. In absentia. Sally Carrig. Matthew Cherry. In absentia. Rory Connolly. In absentia. John Cottrell. In absentia. Sarah Dunphy. In absentia. Matthew Fagan. In absentia. Marie Fitzmaurice. In absentia. Justine Foster. In absentia. Ciara Gwynevin. In absentia. Shauna Halpin. In absentia. Eleanor Hughes. In absentia. Helena Linehan. In absentia. Bernard McCartney. In absentia. Caelan Murray. In absentia. Erica O'Shaughnessy. In absentia. Anna Pletcher. In absentia. Malgorzat Spinde. In absentia. Feiyun Zhang. In absentia. Okay. The next award is the Higher Certificate in Science and Applied Construction Technology, and the candidate here is Luke McGuinn, in absentia. Next we have the Higher Certificate in Science and Construction Economics. Dean Brennan, in absentia. Kevin Callanan, in absentia. Stephen Coates, in absentia. Brendan Comiskey, in absentia. Maren Fastenow. Travis Grotwold, in absentia. Aidan Hancock, in absentia. Aisling Kelly, in absentia. Pádraig King, in absentia. Conor Mathers, in absentia. Eamon Murphy, in absentia. Florin Pertak, in absentia. Keith Poland, in absentia. Dwayne Roach, in absentia. Niamh Ryan, in absentia. Gary Tyler, in absentia. Seamus Whelan, in absentia, and Maeve Wilson, in absentia. The higher certificate in engineering and civil engineering, Rian Walsh, in absentia. And then we have so we have a round of applause if you would like to stand up for the higher certificate students in science and engineering. Okay, so we now have the Bachelor of Engineering and Civil Engineering, Caelan Drummond. The next award is for the Bachelor of Science in Construction Management. Akim Adioti, in absentia. Boris Alberts, in absentia. Lorraine Arandelovich. Niamh Arthur, in absentia. Vincent Breslin. Kevin Byrne. Alexandru Cash, in absentia. Daniel Clune. Cathal Conroy. Patrick Cotter, in absentia. Kieran Donoghue, in absentia. Martin Dowd. Jonathan Dowell. Niall Figgery, in absentia. Jason Finn, in absentia. Jeffrey Flood. Kenneth Grace. Darina Greenan. David Higgins, in absentia. Jonathan Higgins. Patrick Horn, in absentia. Ukalifi Lapuaho. Owen McAree. Kevin McDade. Cathal McDermott. Thomas McElligott, in absentia. Owen McGuinness. Colin McKenna. Stephen Moynihan. David Mulligan. Shane Murray, in absentia. Daniel O'Dowd. Marty O'Mara, in absentia. Barand Peters, in absentia. Ricky Rabjohns, in absentia. Austin Raleigh, in absentia. Robert Rehill. William Shanahan. Edward Sherry. And Neville Warrington, in absentia. So for the Bachelor of Science and Bachelor of Engineering students, we could just please stand up and give a round of applause. So the next award is for the Bachelor of Science Honours in Construction Project Management. Abdel Gadir Abdel Wahab, in absentia. Stephanie Cardenas, in absentia. Michael Clare, in absentia. Kieran Clark. Dylan Donlan. Brendan Eason. Vitaly Aremia. Joseph Finn. Alan Gibson. Bongani Dumiseni Bilwako, in absentia. Megan Hasselfeld, in absentia. Justin Hawthorne, in absentia. Jesse Kaludis, in absentia. Connor Keane. Brian Kelly, in absentia. Max Kennedy, in absentia. Jose Ramon Martinez Menendez. Jerry McCarthy. Shane McCarville. No, in absentia. Glory Mokolo, in absentia. Ronan O'Reilly, in absentia. Neil O'Sullivan, in absentia. David Osborne. Andrew Potter. Stephen Salvin. Patrick Scahill. Evan Tunstall, in absentia. Mark Walsh. Okay. So please be upstanding to the graduates of the Bachelor of Science Honours in Construction Project Management. So the next award is for the Bachelor of Science in Quantity Surveying. Mikey Cully, in absentia. Brian Dorian. David Durkin. Evan Govern. James McStravick. Luke Moore, in absentia. Doreen O'Shaughnessy. Michael Padden, in absentia. Kai Weir, in absentia. Okay, so now I call on Mr. Trevor McSharry, Head of Department of Civil Engineering, to complete the calling out for the rest of the wards in the department.
Thank you, Brian. Today, we mark the posthumous graduation of Paul Doran. Paul was a student of our quantity surveying programme, and we're joined online from Australia by Paul's wife, Simone, and children, Van, Lyra, and Shay, and also Paul's sister, Aoife. Present with us at the conferring today are Paul's mother and father, Helen and Pat, along with his sister, Emma. I now call on Paul's sister, Emma, to come forward to collect Paul's award. Paul Doran, Bachelor of Science in Quantity Surveying. Bachelor of Science in Quantity Surveying, Jared Bradley. Alan Burns. James Champion, in absentia. Stephen Carey. Pat Cody, in absentia. Colin Collins, in absentia. Kevin Cudden, in absentia. Ingrid Daniel, in absentia. Gemma Delson Proctor, in absentia. Natalia Donna. Oisin Early, in absentia. Sheriff El Zayed, in absentia. Andra Felvitini, in absentia. Paul Gould, in absentia. Cornelius Horgan, in absentia. Nathan Hughes, in absentia. Fiona Kelly. Katie Kelly. William Magnier, in absentia. Manu Prazid Manian, in absentia. Betota Mbaye, in absentia. Anthony McAlevey, in absentia. Peter McCall. Stephanie McGarr, in absentia. Conor McNulty. Jerry Moriarty, in absentia. Paul Morley, in absentia. Juliana Mata. Tendai Murambo, in absentia. James Murphy, in absentia. Paul Murphy, in absentia. Kevin Murphy, in absentia. John O'Callaghan. Garrett O'Connell. Terry O'Rourke, in absentia. Michelle Quinn. Robin Shumba, in absentia. Chris Talon, in absentia. Gavin Traynor, in absentia. Bachelor of Science Honours in Quantity Surveying, Sean Cawley. Connor Gibbons. Irla Keegan. Luke Mahan. Rory McKenna. David O'Connor, in absentia. Mohammed Animal Khok. Matthew Kerrigan. Alex O'Connor. Dylan Bichard, in absentia. Brian Buckley, in absentia. James Byrne, in absentia. Magella Costello, in absentia. Marley Hinnick. Daniel Millard. Damien Scanlon, in absentia. Patrick Scannell. Isamuddin Vanibelea, in absentia. David Walsh, in absentia. Can I ask all the graduates from Quantity Surveying to please stand up for a round of applause? Bachelor of Science in Advanced Wood and Sustainable Building Technology. Christopher Audrey Joyce. Matthias Barrett. Thomas Flynn, in absentia. Owen Hamilton. William Leonard. Steph Russell. Bachelor of Science Honours in Construction Project Management and Applied Technology. Dylan Keeney. Victor Joe Mitchell. Aaron Shanaher. Nathan Ray. Postgraduate Diploma in Engineering in Road and Transport Engineering. Thomas Crowe, in absentia. Eric Gilroy, in absentia. James McManus, in absentia. James Stretton, in absentia. Postgraduate Diploma in Science in Project Management. Jamie Baisley, in absentia. Keith Brazel. Dara O'Loughlin, in absentia. Shane O'Sullivan, in absentia. Adam Pretzblicki, in absentia. Master of Engineering in Geotechnical Engineering with Structural Engineering. Luke Malloy, in absentia. Master of Engineering in Road and Transport Engineering. John Heffernan. Elizabeth Lawless, in absentia. Sean McCarthy. John O'Callaghan. Dennis Power. John Skelly. Owen Smith. Declan Toner. Master of Science in Project Management. Patrick Ahern. Sona Banasova. Declan Brady. Barry Gallagher. Aidan Higgins. Ruth Moran. David Murphy. Vanessa Quinn. Shrikantapa. Philip Toland. I'd like to now call on those graduates to stand for a round of applause. I'd now like to call on Kevin Collins from the Department of Mechatronic Engineering to present the candidates from this department. Thank you.
Bachelor of Engineering in Mechatronic Systems, Benjamin Claffey, in absentia. Michael Ganobis. Dara O'Sullivan. Bachelor of Engineering in Mechatronics, Jack Crumley. Morgan Davis, in absentia. Brian Murish Flynn. Brian Gavigan. Killian Hagan. Martin Law. Ethan McGuinness. Torrin McLaverty. Oisin McLaughlin. Kyle O'Driscoll. Liam O'Neill Chambers. Evan Oates. Nat Longvan Pham. Jack Quinn. John Spain. Owen Anderson, Jack Britton, Aaron Brooke, in absentia, Patrick Burns, in absentia, Scott Byrne, in absentia, Alan Clark, in absentia, Eamon Cohen, Bobby Donahue, Desmond Dagnan, Barry Durkin, in absentia, Paddy Fahy, Andrew Gallagher, Gary Glynn, Patrick Green, Jose Herando, in absentia, Connor Jones, Terry Keenan, in absentia, Dean Kelly, Robert Kelly, in absentia, James Kenny, John Killeen, in absentia, Peter Lavelle, David Lawler, in absentia, Connor Lynch, Christopher Mangan, in absentia, Christopher Markey, in absentia, Brendan Martin, in absentia, Christopher McCabe, Paul McCann, in absentia, Patrick McDermott, in absentia, Dwayne McGovern, Peter Mikulowski, Jarlath Monaghan, Kyle Mooney, John Murphy, in absentia, Ashley O'Brien, Dean O'Connor, in absentia, Stephen O'Halloran, in absentia, Seamus O'Hanlon, in absentia, David O'Sullivan, in absentia, Luke Riley, Mark Robinson, Dara Ryan, Liam Shannon, in absentia, Martin Short, Dermot Smith, Marta Stepien, in absentia, Alan Stewart, in absentia, Graham Walsh, in absentia, Melanie Walsh, I ask all the graduates of the Bachelor of Engineering in Mechatronics to stand for a round of applause. Bachelor of Engineering Honours in Mechatronics, Ali Al-Rabani in absentia, Salim Al-Farsi in absentia, Zakaria Al-Menzini in absentia, Abdullah Al-Saidi in absentia, Sebin Binu, Aisling Boyan, Asa Brady, Eamon Carley, Bruce Conneely, James Crosby in absentia, George Duncan in absentia, Dave Higgins in absentia, Jason Higgins, Aziz Hamal, James Kelly in absentia, Ken Keown, Andrew Kornatowski, Marek Korniluk in absentia, Alexander Kuchtaruk in absentia, Kieran Lynn in absentia, Mark Marka, Connor McCall in absentia, Colin McGowan in absentia, Christopher McKeown, Leah McMorrow, Shane McVicker in absentia, Adrian Moran in absentia, Ricky Moran, Stephen Murphy, Daniel Murray, Barry Nelson, Robert Nevin, Coleman O'Boyle in absentia, Mark O'Halloran, Desmond Owens, Nina Rass, Paul Reedy, Andrew Ryan in absentia, Idel Ryan, John Ryan, Marcos Thorpe, Jarek Urbanski, Albertas Valdila in absentia, Mantas Zidkovas in absentia. The Bachelor of Engineering in Polymer Processing, Vincent Bennett in absentia, Karel Erasmus in absentia, Paul Farrell in absentia, Andrea Goldby in absentia, Lucas Joshua, Kevin McAvilly in absentia, Darius Trekokas in absentia, Katarzyna Urbanek in absentia. Bachelor of Engineering in Polymer Processing, James Lavin, James Stafford in absentia, David Byrne in absentia, William Chug in absentia, Agodo Dumbe in absentia, Gary Egan, John Foley in absentia, Oliver Levin in absentia, Niall Scully in absentia, Robert Thielen in absentia, Gordon Wallace in absentia. I ask all of the graduates of the Mechatronics Honours Programme, the Polymer Process and Data Center Facilities Programmes to stand for a round of applause. I call on Dr. Xavier Vele from the Department of Mechanical and Manufacturing Engineering to present the candidates from this department.
Bachelor of Engineering in Manufacturing, Merit Benes. Niall Connell. Oisin Fitzgerald in absentia. Dara Gallagher. Mark Harking. Diarmuid McCoy. James Mackey. Bachelor of Science in Manufacturing Management, Jason Brennan in absentia. Paul Clark. Jared David. Damian Farrell in absentia. Liga Grzybowska. Michael Homan in absentia. Liam Keenan. Oisin McDonough in absentia. Jason Regan. Oxy Van Kunat in absentia. Warren Wallace. Michael Granger in absentia. Bachelor of Engineering in Mechanical Engineering, Matthew Berry. Kirill Bonda. Dara Coley. John Cosgrove. Herman Devlin. Stephen Farrell. James Graham. Oskar Jezierski in absentia. Jack Mannion. Lisa Mollog. Tara Hoda. Bachelor of Engineering in Precision Engineering and Design. Shane Hennigan in absentia. Wayne Ledwidge. Finian Leonard in absentia. Daniel Liss in absentia. Adrian Noon in absentia. Gregory Weber. Boneface Sanudi. Carlos Silva in absentia. Lukas Strakowski. Riyad Tifuri in absentia. Kian Walsh in absentia. At this stage, I would like the graduates from the Bachelor of Engineering in Manufacturing Management, in Mechanical Engineering, and in Precision Engineering Design to stand up. Just those got it. And please, thank you. Bachelor of Engineering, Honours in Mechanical Engineering. Hamad Hamid. Abdallah Al-Harousi in absentia. Lauren Banks. Cormac Bollen. Michael Burke. Matthew Doherty. Martin Hurley in absentia. Shane Foley. Stephen Gibbons in absentia. Ross Gilmartin. Ayrton Gleason. Alan Hennigan. Conal McGowan in absentia. Bachelor of Science in Quality. Michael Peterson. Agnieszka Benkowska in absentia. David Carroll. Brian Foley in absentia. Maria Gniadowska. Marta Kisil. Emilia Kondarewicz-Collins in absentia. Alison Lowe in absentia. Sebastian Lilonek. Lisa McCarthy. Louise O'Grady Collins. Stephen O'Sullivan in absentia. Michael Prunty in absentia. Joanne Tobin in absentia. Kamil Zelekshotski in absentia. Bachelor of Science, Honours in Quality Management and Technology. William Book in absentia. Cormac Brownie in absentia. Iwa Brzezinska. Dara Fitzgerald in absentia. Sean Fullerton. Mariana Grigorita. Michael Harris. Dumizo Encube in absentia. Katarzyna Niebana. Porek Nualain. Masters of Science in Quality. Rebecca Faherty. Himer Gilbride. Domas Gerevicius. Mark McLaughlin. Audrey O'Connor. Regina Short. Jason Walsh. Karen Whitlow in absentia. May I ask the rest of the group to stand up? I mean, the graduate from the Master of Science in Quality, the graduate from Quality Management Technology, Science and Quality and Mechanical Engineering Honors. Could you please stand up? Thank you very much. Let me applaud them. Thank you.
I call on Una Parsons, Head of the Faculty of Engineering and Design and Head of ATU Sligo, to present the candidates for the award of Research Degree.
I have the honour to present Mohammed Awad for admission to degree of Doctor of Philosophy, and I ask President Dr. Orla Flynn to confer a degree upon him. I ask the supervisors, Mr. David Tormey and Dr. John Donovan, to come forward with their student.
It has been an honour and a privilege for both David and myself to have supervised Mohammed's work. The title of Mohammed's thesis was Multi-Objective Optimization of Make-Span and Electrical Energy Cost in a Large Batch Pharmaceutical Manufacturing Facility Using Constraint Programming.
I have the honour to present Forum Dave for admission to the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, and I ask President Dr. Orla Flynn to confer a degree upon her. I ask the supervisors, Dr. David Tormey and Dr. Richard Sherlock, to come forward with their student.
It has been a privilege and an honour to supervise Forum's PhD thesis entitled Laser Transmission Welding of Semi-Crystalline Polymers and Their Composites.
I call up the winners of the Academic Excellence Awards, and I ask Dr. Billy Bennett, Vice President of Academic Affairs and Registrar, Dr. Michelle Glacken, Registrar and Vice President of Students Teaching and Learning, with Una Parsons, Head of College Sligo, to present the graduates with their awards. If they could come up here to the side, please. I call upon Una Parsons, Head of Faculty of Engineering and Design, to call the names of the award winners.
I present the ATU Academic Excellence Awards within the Faculty of Engineering and Design. The following graduates have achieved the highest academic excellence within the Department of Civil Engineering and Construction. James Byrne, Bachelor of Science Honours in Quantity Surveying, in absentia. Justin Hawthorne, Bachelor of Science Honours in Construction Project Management, in absentia. The following graduates have achieved the highest academic excellence within the Department of Mechatronic Engineering. Andrew Kornatowski, Bachelor of Engineering Honours in Mechatronics. Alexander Kutaruk, Bachelor of Engineering Honours in Mechatronics, in absentia. The following graduates have achieved the highest academic excellence within the Department of Mechanical and Manufacturing Engineering. Ahmed Hamid, Bachelor of Engineering Honours in Mechanical Engineering. Juravicius Domas, Master of Science in Quality.
Phew. Congratulations to all the graduates of the Atlantic Technological University 2023. And in keeping with tradition, our graduates may now move the tassel to the left-hand side of their mortarboard. Iram ar an Dr. Orla Flynn an Uachtar an Críocha Cur leis an Ócáid seo. I ask Dr. Orla Flynn, our President, to make the closing address.
Garmagat Émar. Díomh a chuirde go léir. Is mór na Nórdam fáilte críúla choróibh, fáilte go dtí campus Sligo in Ollscoil Technoleachta and Atlantic. Ladies and gentlemen, members of governing body, esteemed faculty members, proud families, honoured guests, and most importantly, the brilliant new graduates of ATU. Welcome to this morning's graduation ceremony, and I want to say a very special welcome to those of you joining us online. To the parents, guardians, and families here today, thank you for entrusting us with the education of these exceptional individuals. Your support has played a vital role in their success, and we're grateful for the partnership that we've shared in nurturing these young minds. And, you know, we've been clapping you and applauding you for the last half hour or so, and now I might invite you to perhaps be upstanding and face your supporters and maybe give them, please, a round of applause. One last go. So thank you to all our supporters. As president of ATU, I am full of admiration for the dedication and resilience that each one of you has demonstrated throughout your academic journey. The last couple of years, we've had COVID, we've had online, we've had isolation and so on, and you've shown great courage to get through those couple of difficult years. Because today is a really momentous day. It's a day of celebration, it's a day of reflection, it's a day of anticipation, and it's actually a moment of great pride and joy for all of us here. It's a day to look back on the challenges that you've overcome, the growth you've experienced, and the memories that you've made. And those memories are not just a testament to your academic prowess, but they also highlight your ability to collaborate, to adapt, and to persevere. And those are qualities that will serve you well as you move forward into the next chapter of your lives. And while many of you are already in the world of work, I encourage you to carry with you the values that we've tried to instill in you during your time here. The pursuit of knowledge, the spirit of innovation, and most of all, the importance of community. These values will guide you well through the challenges and triumphs that lie ahead. And as graduates of ATU, you are not just equipped with degrees, but with the power to make a positive impact on society. Whatever your field, remember that education is a tool for positive change. We'd love also if you would stay connected with us through our Alumni Association. There's a QR code at the back of the booklets, and especially in your lifelong learning journey. Before I close, I just want to share a small piece of history with you. 50 years ago this month, in 1973, the Regional Technical College in Sligo hosted the first ever conferring ceremony in a regional technical college in Ireland. The previous year, in 1972, there were not enough graduates in the country to have separate graduation ceremonies. So there was a centralized ceremony in Dublin, and less than 100 people received their awards. Over the course of November, Una mentioned it earlier on, we will have 5,000 graduates with their names called out, receiving parchments from ATU alone. So we've come a long way in 50 years. So finally, I want to thank all the staff involved in your ATU journey, from the first moment that you came in our door or joined us online to today, as well as to everybody who helped to make today's ceremony so special. So congratulations again to our class of 2023, Gur Míle Mágaibh agus go Nairi an Tálaibh go léir.
Respected guests, fellow academics, ladies and gentlemen, this concludes the meeting for the purposes of conferring awards on the graduates of our university. I ask the Academic Excellence Award and Research Degree Award winners to make their way just to the side of the stage for photographs after the ceremony. Go raibh maith agaibh, go léir agus buin talamh as an Cadella den Law. We hope you enjoyed the ceremony and get a chance to celebrate with friends and family and enjoy some Sligo hospitality. And I now request you to rise for the closing procession while the conferring party, academic staff and invited guests leave the hall. Thank you.